Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jazzy Faux, Fanny Slam, the godmom themselves, and this time joining us with our first ever guest on the podcast, freaking our boy Skrats. All right, you can see him, but for all the audio listeners, you're just gonna have to listen to his sexy voice. All right. Before I let this glorious man plug himself, you know what you're listening to. It's Faux The Streamers. We love you. We're here to give you that advice, tell you about our journeys, and from now on, for the most part, you could expect guests on the freaking podcast. That's what we wanted to do since day one, and we're finally ready to do it. And we got all that good foundational advice, at least what we think is advice from our journeys, out of the way. And I hope y'all are ready to hear Skrat's journey. And, you know, we got some hot questions for him to answer and to see what he has to say about all that. But Skrat, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and give your stream or any socials you want a plug, my friend.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. My name's Skrats. I have been streaming for a little bit over a year now. A year as of January 12th. We just celebrated that. You can find me over on twitch.tv/SkratsX, X at the end, solely because someone had Skrats taken already.
Oh, what a bad.
The X kind of works.
And also,
yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, a year every single day. But I've been making content off and on the internet since like 2013.
What's like some of that early content, if you don't mind me asking?
Early content was like, do you remember those talking head videos where they kind of like teleport all over the screen?
No, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I used to do that. All of those videos are private. Yeah, a single one is live. You know?
I respect that.
Yeah. You know, that glow up, we don't need to see the glow up there. Now we sit in one spot.
Whoa.
Talk, you know?
Don't lie. I've seen you stand up before.
Oh yeah, that's new. You know, we have a standing desk now, so like people will be like, yo, it's time to stand up, and we will stand up. So we either stand up or we sit down, but we do not teleport via jump cuts anymore. No more.
I think you should go back, honestly.
I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it on stream. I'll see if I can like turn off and on my cam every once in a while and just be like
just have like a button.
Like, oh, yeah, the magic of editing.
Just have a button that randomly like flips your camera, and people are ready for it.
I should do that. It'll be like flipped up and down, like I'll be upside down and stuff.
Yeah. Like just make a whole nother scene where like you have a transition, and instead it transitions to the same scene you're on, but in that cut, your camera's somewhere else.
I love that. I'm actually gonna steal that.
Do it, bro. We're here for it. Yeah. I can't wait to see it.
That's what we do. We help streamers, man.
See, Faux The Streamers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. Faux The Streamers. Exactly. It's subsidiary of Faux The People.
Exactly. You know, it works perfectly.
Oh, all right. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into the questions, all right? I want to hear I have so many questions. I want to hear all these answers. They're all having to do with your streaming journey and your experience, you know, before, after, future, what you got planned, all the things. So let's just jump right into it. And I want to start off with the one I think is most interesting because you are self-employed, right? You're a award-winning photographer, right?
Yep.
It's true. And, you know, I've seen his work. It is actually amazing. I'll never forget one of the early days when I was watching Skrat. And he was like, yeah, award-winning photographer, guys. You know, it's kind of a meme, but also he is an award-winning photographer, so kind of not a meme either. But it's like me. I have a master's degree. Kind of a meme, though. It's like, you know.
Like, we have this really great quality about us that we don't talk about, and we think just meme it.
Exactly. But you are an award-winning photographer, and I have seen some of your work. It is amazing. I know you, like, you know, you edit it and put it together in ways that's also, like, really unique. And, I mean, obviously, award-winning, right? So it has to come from somewhere. So I wanted to ask, is being self-employed, has that helped you in your content creation or streaming journey in any way possible?
I think it's helped in several ways.
All right.
The biggest one is that I don't really take it personally when people don't vibe with what I do.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people, they're kind of, I don't want to say viewer desperate, but for lack of a better term, or viewer desperate.
No. Yeah. Just say what you know, people need to hear it. You know, people need to hear it.
They're too worried about like, oh, if I say this person's not going to want to be here. But I've had people be like, yo, what's your stream about? And I've told them what I do, and they're like, not for me. I'm like, oh, that's fine. That's fine. You know, it's either for you or it's not.
Yeah. You know? I mean, you just got to be yourself.
Like in that situation, a lot of people kind of get upset, and that doesn't really bother me.
That's
You know,
good.
'cause-
I mean, that's just a good quality to have in general, in just life, but definitely in streaming, for sure, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
not
especially
about
when
the
you're making
onesie or-
content.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's not about the one person. Like there's gonna be other people here, and they will add to and make your community even better. And there's gonna be people who don't like it and don't want to be a part of it, and that's fine.
That's true. You know, that's kind of something I fell into, like very early on in my streaming, was like, and Fanny can attest to it, because Fanny was a mod for me kind
Yeah,
of when I was
just a
going
little
through this. Yeah, and so there would be like times when someone say something, and I would try and like work around like one person who I knew was kind of a regular, and I would try and like, people like basically I should have banned early on, but I was like, oh, but it's like that viewer, bro. Like I don't want him to leave, but it's like, bro, get rid of it. Better people will come. Like better people will come.
Yeah.
If anything, they're driving people away. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, if anything, that one person where you're like, please don't leave, and they're like
Yeah.
not really what you go with. Everyone else is like, I don't like it here because of Jim.
yeah, Jim making me feel
Jim.
uncomfortable. It's
Jim
definitely
42069 underscore is really out here.
true.
Like, I feel like a lot of people like have that. There's always that one, especially very early on when you're trying to like hit affiliate or something like that, where you're like, I kind of need this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And so it's really easy to fall into that, please, I'll just deal with it right now. But I feel like it's just way better to just clean that up now. So you're not annoyed on streaming. 'Cause
Exactly.
every time you see him, you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they're gonna say some fucking crazy shit now. Like, I gotta deal with
Oh,
this.
motherfucker right here.
Exactly. All right. You think being self-employed, full-time, right? Yeah. I know you're nodding, but you gotta say it for the people who are audio only.
I forgot. Yeah, I work video. I'm so sorry. I forget about the audio people.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
full time.
All right. So you definitely think the biggest takeaway from that is like, I guess your tough skin, you would say.
Yeah, like it helps you build a thick skin. It was that and selling cable in stores before I was
Jesus.
self-employed.
Okay.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Other than the thick skin, just stay in the same vein slightly. Are there any like transferable skills from your self-employment that you like use in content creation?
I'm a better speaker because of it, because I have to be able to advocate for myself as a creator in that space as well.
Okay.
And I feel like it helps you, because you're around so many different personality types, it helps you learn to gel with different people. I feel like I'd say about half of streamers are kind of awkward. They're a little awkward,
Yeah.
That's fair. That's there.
especially first starting.
No, let's be honest. Every streamer's awkward, bro.
Yeah, they're a little awkward. And so it helps you be more extroverted in that sense.
Okay.
Where you you're like, okay, I've dealt with this personality type before. I've dealt with this personality type before, and it helps with that. And the other thing that being self-employed has really helped with is, one thing that I really try to do is make every viewer feel like they're special. And in business, it's generally a good practice to make your clients feel special. And so I really am good at least finding one thing about somebody and remembering it. So they'll be like, oh, you
That's
remember
smart.
it.
Yeah, that's smart. It definitely, if they come in and they're like, oh, I don't know if it's off the top of my head, like I'm going on a trip to, X location next week. And then they come back and you're like, oh yeah, how was that trip? Like they'll be like, oh shit, they remember.
They'll be like, wow,
Yeah.
wow. And I get those messages all the time where they haven't been in chat for a while. They're like, you remember me? And I'll be like, I actually do remember you. And
It's
you'll
true.
Say something. I'll be like, oh, wow, you're not lying to me.
No, yeah, it's true though. I get that a lot too. People will just be like, hey Jazzy, it's been a hot minute. I'm like, yeah, dude, it has. Like, how have you been? Like, how's label off like one or two things that they told me, and they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you remember me. I'm like, why wouldn't I, bro? Like, why wouldn't I?
And then they're like, God, I love it here.
Yeah,
That's what you want.
exactly. It feels like coming home.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so now I'm gonna ask a little bit of a hard question. Okay, so what did you wish you knew when you first started streaming? Now, you said you were doing content creation before that, though. So maybe I should say, what did you wish you knew when you first started content creation? You can answer both or just like one, like however you want.
Early on, I wish I would have known how important consistency is. Because back when I was first starting, I was kind of just making stuff whenever I wanted to, instead of being like, we're going to put this out this day, and this day, and this day. Whereas like one of the things that's really helped me now is the consistency, because people know where to find me, when to find me, and they know that I'm going to be there regardless.
You see that?
Back is like when I was first making stuff, I was just like, oh, yeah, I feel like making one today. Then like 6 weeks later, I'm like, okay, let's make one there. And I'd be like, okay, this isn't really working. What's going on?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I respect that. I get it. And see, and that's actually something we touched on in a previous episode for everyone who's also listened to the previous ones. Remember, guys, most important thing ever, consistency. Consistency is key. And I've always said the two things I pride myself on are consistency and transparency. I'm supported by the people, so I want to be transparent because, you know, essentially, I know it may sound a bit crude, but like, you know, it's just the facts. I pay my bills because other people support me with their money.
Right.
So I think it's only fair that I'm transparent with what I'm doing with that money. You know, I'm not like, if I'm not just gonna like get all this money and then just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy a Lamborghini and not tell anybody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so I'm gonna tell people.
Like I told my chat, I said, you're gonna notice when we start making more money. It's gonna be subtle, but you'll notice. I'm not gonna be like, yo, I bought this Lamborghini. I said, all of a sudden, this wall is gonna have more Funko Pops.
Yeah.
You know, the Millennium Puzzle piece will be a little bit bigger. You know, stuff like that.
Exactly. And I noticed you stand up now. Like,
yeah, like all of a sudden I'm standing up. You know, it's a subtle change.
Exactly.
It's different now.
Exactly.
And another small one,
important.
I'd say too, if you're just starting, because a lot of people kind of have the pipe dream of, I'm just going to stream and it's going to be great. There's a bigger time investment than just streaming.
Yep.
Yes.
Into streaming.
Yeah.
Like you wear so many hats doing this.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people don't really think about that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, the vast majority of people will just be like, yeah, you just play video games on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, that is not it.
So much more.
Yeah. People be like, man, you're on your computer a lot. Like, what are you doing? Just gaming? No. Most of my time is not spent gaming at all, actually.
It's true. I've said networking is one of the most important things if you really want to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm going to confide in y'all and into the people who are listening right now. One of the things I kind of wish, genuinely, that I didn't lock myself into, you know, I said the speech so many times, everyone knows now to expect it. I've just locked myself into it now. You know, I stream Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day minimum. Boom, like that's my speech. I say it all the time. Everyone knows, like, oh, that's Jazzy. They'll even complete my speech for me or be in other chats and be like, oh, Jazzy, did you stream today? And some other person will answer like, yeah, dude, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day minimum. Like,
I do
like,
that. Yep.
Yeah. so many people know that now. And I wish in the beginning I'd have just dialed it back because, I mean, I approached it with, I'm gonna come in and treat it like a real 9-to-5 job, right? I mean, it is a real job, but I'm gonna give it like that respect and time. And I'm telling you, man, networking is so important that it's like I've taken this like slow and steady rate where it's like I'm growing slowly, but it's like definite. There's no like big fluctuations. Whereas like I feel like I could definitely be growing faster if I just maybe done. I don't want to do like less than 6, but I would do like 6 hours a day because it's not like, you know, I said I want to do an 8-hour like job, kind of treat it like a 9-to-5 thing, but it's not 8 hours. It's 8 hours streaming, 2 hours networking afterwards, 1 hour of prep time beforehand, like sending emails and everything like after hours. Like there's so much around it.
Instagram, Twitter, like
exactly.
There's so much.
Exactly.
And you're like, what am I doing tomorrow?
Yep. Exactly. And it's like
the problem. Yeah, the problem isn't that you're doing 8 hours. It's that you're doing things after the 8 hours. When you work, you know, as a cashier at the shop, you go home and no one contacts you and you're done.
Exactly.
You know, once it hits 5 p.m. But when you're streaming, it's like you're done playing video games, checking to chat, and now you've got to do a bunch of emails and make sure you get all your posts out. And it's like you're being contacted. It doesn't end there, and so you've got to condense it.
It's true. And
one of the funny things is when I first started, I made a business email just because I was like, that seems like the professional thing to do. Yeah. And I forgot I had it. I forgot.
I respect that.
And I checked and I was like, I missed so much.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. But it's true though. It's the one thing I wish I had changed. But it's like it's too late to change now. It's part of my brand. But
it's branded. Yeah.
Yeah, it's branded.
A clip.
Yeah,
I wish I downloaded the clip.
Yeah,
I love that clip.
It's true.
Every time I shouted Jazzy out for like 2 weeks, it was the same clip.
Yeah.
You must watch Jazzy Monday through Friday.
I
Yeah,
bet that place.
yeah, 8 hours a day minimum. Schedule down below. So
8 hours a day minimum. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's
Part of
just
this raid video, man.
yeah, it is.
It's great.
It's and like I said, I mean, I love that I stream for 8 hours, but it's everything. But it's everything around it. It makes it harder to. It's about that work-life balance, right? I've been saying that a lot lately. It's about that work-life balance because I'm telling you, if Foxy wasn't in my life, I would never leave my computer, ever.
Oh God. No.
But obviously,
Can't
obviously, I have a significant other, and she not only deserves but demands my time. And it is not fair for me to just sit here streaming for God knows how many hours and then do everything around it. She gets nothing, right? And so it's all about that work-life balance, and it's just one of the things that I wish I had just not locked in so readily because
plus I think having her around and gives you another reason to not have to be at the computer all the time, and it helps you not burn out.
It's true. I don't know if this is fair, but I've always said I'll never burn out. I love it too much.
I feel the same way.
You're right. I love it. I love it.
I'm here every day, and people are like, "Yo, take care of yourself. You could burn out." I'm like, burning out is for the weak.
Play the fog.
You know what I'm saying? That's not
it's
me.
true.
I'm not burning out.
Yeah, I wouldn't burn out. I'm here, rain, snow, sleet, or shine. I was literally losing my voice with a real serious throat problem.
And we're still streaming.
Yo, and Fanny and everyone in the chat's like, Jazzy, go to the hospital. What are you doing? I'm like, no, guys, no, it's fine. I just want to stream. It's good. Everyone's fucking dying.
You're like, yeah, I'm good. Egghead.
Yeah.
You're exaggerating, Jazzy. We could not hear you.
They're like, what is he?
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. But I was still there. I just, consistency.
Consistency and commitment. If you're going to do something, do it.
Exactly.
To your day.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was streaming with no internet from my phone.
That's true. It's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's
I just feel like if you want something, you'll find a way. You know what I mean? So
what would you consider to be the most important thing about streaming? As in and this could be for both new and old streamers, but some examples interactivity, talking to chat constantly, lighting, camera quality, audio quality.
Okay.
I know I have my opinions and I'll tell you afterwards, but I don't want to influence your answer. So what would you consider to be the most important thing that someone should prioritize first?
So let me get the technical issue out the way. I feel like audio is more important than your video. If I can't really hear you, I don't want to be there. I can deal with you. I don't care if you have a camera. I don't even care if the stream is in 480, because most of the time, because I'm watching so many people stream anyway, it's in 360, 480 anyway. But if I can't hear you, I don't want to be there. I'll be like, eesh.
Audio. So you're saying audio is the most important?
Audio. And that there's some streamers who don't speak on stream. They're gaming ASMR streamers. The game audio is part of the audio.
That's true. That's true as well. Yeah. It's all well and great if you look like the most beautiful human in the world, but if I can't stand to hear you talk, and I'm not saying because you have an annoying voice, I mean if I'm hearing this crackly audio, this peaking annoying
static.
Yeah, static. Yeah,
you're eating the mic.
You're eating the mic. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be there because I can't listen. And the thing is, most people don't actively watch a stream. Most people will have it on something else while they're doing it. So the main thing they're doing is listening. So
yeah,
100%.
That's exactly, because I notice all the time people be like, yo, I'm here, but I'm working, or I'm here, but I'm running errands and stuff. So that the visuals are nice. It's nice to have a nice background.
Of course.
Camera stuff, but that comes later. Prioritize audio first, technically.
Always.
Now,
I agree.
What do I think the most important thing, period, is? I think it's interactivity with chat. That's my opinion.
No, I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah, when I was starting streaming, I looked at streamers who I found were entertaining, and I based how I wanted my stream to be off of them. So two examples would be Tim the Tapman, Jojo the Mofo. Both of them interact with chat a ton. And I like that because then people it felt more of a community and a family instead of you're here watching me play a game.
Yeah.
Because I was very purposeful, and I want my stream to be more us focused, not this game is what's going to carry it.
And I think the only time I would ever disagree with that, and let me make it clear, I 100% agree with that. But if I was ever to disagree with that, it would only be in the case of you're a professional gamer. And I mean like you're competing.
Yeah.
You're at the top of the top of your game that you're playing. You know, because then people are coming to see the gameplay because a lot of times they get better, so they'll watch it good.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, most people aren't that. So
yeah, like you're either really good at the game or you're really engaging. It's one or the. I mean, there's rare times where it's both, but most of the time it's one or the other.
It's true.
I feel like
I'm the rare one where it's both.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Example. Me here, let's be honest. I game sometimes, but I'm trying to fight these just chatter allegations. It's not working so far. So.
Bro, you showed your Twitch tracker stats on stream. Your just chatting was like like 2 or 3 times higher than everything else.
Yeah, it's my most streamed category. It is. It's my most streamed category. But how I say it is if you add everything else up, it's higher than just chatting. You know, games are played. Are we talking during the game? Yeah. Sometimes we know we're checking out a nice pause screen, but that's to help game devs show what's a beautiful pause screen. You know?
So yeah, I mean, it's true. Really I mean, you're really doing God's work.
Yeah, people don't talk about pause menus enough. They just talk about the end game stuff.
Like my God,
like there's so many people in that category.
Yeah,
and I feel like in order to make it, you can't just be. You could talk about random stuff, but I feel like you have to make it somewhat relatable to the people who are there. You have to give them a reason to want to stay. And that goes back to me talking about remembering random facts and stuff. And because people be like, oh, yeah, I can come talk about this. And he's not going to be like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, what I want to talk about.
It's fair. Yeah, no, I get it. All right. Nice. All right. Now I'm going to ask.
I've got a question.
Okay. Yeah. What's your question?
It's kind of leading in the same subject. I just want to know, like, what interactive stuff or interactive elements have you got in your own stream? And as a part of that, when does interactive with chat and stuff become like too much? Like, it's overwhelming.
Like it doesn't have to just be like interactivity being like talking to chat. Like even just like, you know, they have sounds or overlays that they can activate themselves. It becomes too busy.
Yeah.
You know?
For me, the biggest interactivity I have is my channel point sounds. Because all of them are like, we curated them together. So I know that they're sounds that they want to use. And I've been keeping track of it this year so far.
Nice.
Like, well, since January 6th. So in 11 days, we've already used them over 600 times.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I've been like looking at that. It's channel points and commands. The commands are also custom tailored to things that they want. And I also did that because, you know, chat interactivity helps recommendations.
It's true.
Like that, you know,
it's true.
Inside baseball, little stuff. But I feel like it becomes a little too much, but you can curate it is when, like, if you have channel point sounds and you don't have cooldowns, it becomes a little much. Because then all of a sudden you're hearing sound after sound after sound after sound, and you may be trying to talk or something's happening in a game, and all of a sudden you're missing stuff because these sounds are just going off. And I feel like it becomes a very overwhelming experience for people.
What advice would you give to people to try and find that line? And just, and also just to add as well, something I've had to do is, you know, as I have grown with a bigger audience, I've had to increase my cooldowns. Because obviously when I have like 9 to 15 people watching, I know, you know, they're not spamming the sounds. But as new people come in and realize like, oh, I can spam this, and then they do it, and then you get more people who just, I could just use that sound. So then tons of people are doing it. And then they're all doing it all the time. It's like, okay, I need a, you know, and like, just know it's okay to revisit your cooldown timers.
Yeah. I think what I would say is you have like a test period for the sound, right? You can kind of see how many times people are using it, and then you adjust the cooldown accordingly. But I think the biggest problem that people have is their channel point redemptions are too cheap. Like one of my examples, I'm gonna shout my friend Weeble out here. He had a truth or dare redeem, and it was cheap. And so they'd redeem it, and every single time they dare him to eat an extremely hot sauce. To where like he's like sweating and he's on the ground and eating ice cream, and like it was so much. Like it was like 2 or 3 times in the stream. All of a sudden, like he's dying from the heat, and I was like, your redemption is too cheap. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
And so you make them more expensive, and you limit how many times they can be used.
Exactly. Effects. Sorry. Yeah, and I think that's solid advice, because I'll introduce a new sound and I'll be like, people are spamming too much. Let me up that.
Like, and just behind the scenes, I'll be like, all right, let's adjust that. And they'll be like, oh, I wanted this, but it's on cooldown. In my head, I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's good. It's facts. All right. I wanted to ask, and this is something I think every streamer deals with regardless. Like what I mean, you know, even some big streamers or, you know, partnered streamers, I think if they haven't dealt with it or if they're not dealing with it now, they've definitely dealt with it in the past. And that is, do you ever feel bad about like metrics or not doing well, or rather as well as you wanted to do in a given like time period, whether that be like just like over like a month, I wanted to do better, or like, oh, I threw an event like a subathon and it didn't go that great, like anything. Did you ever feel bad about metrics or not doing so well in a given time period? And if so, how did you deal with those feelings?
Man, I think the best example I have was when I was pushing for to hit 1,000 followers. That was like my first time. Because I was like, yeah, we're going to hit it. Because like everything kind of like, if I was looking at the charts and metrics, like we were going to hit it within like a week or two. And so I was like, yeah, in 2 weeks, we're going to have 1,000 followers easily. And then I was stuck around the same, like there was no followers coming through. Like the view number wasn't changing, but there was just no follows coming through. And every day I'd be like, okay, this is looking bad because I said it publicly. Like we were all like, yeah, we're doing it. Yeah. And we weren't doing it. You know, to no one's fault, it just wasn't happening. Right?
Yeah.
And so
Twitch
I was feeling, I was like, oof, maybe the streams aren't very good right now, which is how I usually look at it. If something's not going my way, I usually assume that there's something I could be doing better, which I think there's a fine line between, you know, that and being like overly critical.
Yeah, like being like obsessive about it.
Yeah, which is what I turned into. I was looking at everything. I was looking at like, at this point in stream, what was the chat interactions looking like? Like I was like, it was like I was like an NFL scout, like before the draft. I was looking at everything.
No, I did the same.
I was really in my head about it.
No, yeah, I did the same. I would like if things were going my way, and you just get down to like any detail. You'd look for any detail that you can blame for it. And like for me, I'd be like, I'd see like, in this 10-minute period, I lost like 7 viewers. And I'm like, did I say something? And then I'd go back and watch the VOD in that moment and be like, did I do something? Did I say something? And I didn't.
I think the thing that we forget is that there's natural ebbs and flows for growth. Not everything is going to be like one of them super explosive growth times, right?
Yeah.
And so during that like 1,000 follower push, what I'd notice is, and this would start to get to me, I'd see like a new user come through chat and I'd be like, oh, here we go. And I wouldn't hear the follow sound. I'd be like, wait, what? Like, what's going on here? Why aren't you following?
Yeah.
And then I notice my follow count would go down sometimes. And I'd be like, what is happening here? Why are people unfollowing? But like, the thing that I also forgot to consider is like, way before that, I'd been follow botted to 22K people.
Jesus.
Yeah, in 3 days. Like, it was a 3-day consistent follow bot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And so a lot of it was either bots falling off. And sometimes, like I tell people all the time, some people will be like, I was following. Where'd my follow go? It's just Twitch bugging.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was so in my head trying to hit this goal that I was just like, yeah, I suck. That's what it is. I'm just terrible at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you've definitely experienced what we're talking about. So then what would you try to do to maybe get out of that headspace or try to avoid that headspace altogether? Like, what's something you can give to advice to other people?
To get out of that headspace, what you have to do is you have to return back to what you found fun about streaming.
Yeah.
Right? Like, think about some of the best times you've had on stream and just go back and do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Whether it's a game, whether it's like an activity you did on stream, go back and do that. Put yourself in a better headspace. Because if you are in a bad headspace, chat can pretty much tell that you're a little bit on edge.
Especially for regulars.
Yeah. If they've been here for a while, they're like, yo, are you good? Like, you seem a little tense. You could try to hide it. But they know, like, they've seen you enough to know that there's something off. And so I say, try to go back and do something fun, whether it's engaging with the community via community nights or playing a game that you like personally. Do something like that.
Okay.
To avoid it, I think one of the great advices that I've had is you have a massive goal, but also make like smaller, more attainable goals to get there. Kind of do like a ladder. That's something that I was never really doing. I'm like, go big or go home. And this person was like, I was be like, why are your follow goals so low, like so close to where you are? And they're like, it feels good to hit little goals. You know, it just does. There's like actually, a little serotonin hit you get.
It's true. And it's actually one of the things they teach you in, I mean, I didn't take business school, but I've spoken to people who have taken, you know, you have like master's degrees in business school. Yeah. It's one of the things they teach you in business school is have like what you want, the goal, and then put 20 steps to get to that. 20. Yeah. They say at least 20. And you think to yourself, that seems really excessive. No, it's not. Especially if you're like got the big goal.
Yeah, and when you're hitting like goal 12 out of 20, you're like, okay, this is okay. We're actually doing something. You know, I remember back when I hit goal number 6.
Yeah,
this is great. Instead of just being like, we have one goal and it's all the way up here, and we're right here at the bottom. And so when you're not hitting this top goal in the time frame that you thought you would, all of a sudden you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I know some of y'all may look at your metrics every day at the end of your stream. I used to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think the thing too, like if you're a daily metric looker, also look at your long-term chart.
Yeah.
Because like there's gonna be like dips, but typically, like I'm just gonna use mine. Mine is gradually going up. Right? There's gonna be like days where it's like, oh, this didn't go well. But like if you're streaming like Christmas Eve and then you stream Christmas, obviously like the numbers are gonna go a little down because people are just busy.
Exactly. You know, and that's actually what I was about to say is like you have to also, one thing I think a lot of streamers don't like keep in mind. Well, two things actually that I think streamers don't keep in mind is that one, and I can't stress this enough, people don't live on Twitch. Right? Like people have lives outside of your stream and the internet in general. So you have to think, you see like 3-4 viewers or, you know, 50 viewers, you know, whatever your number is, right? But you have to remember, it's probably not the same, like, you know, X amount of people the entire time. If you're consistent, like your whole stream, it's probably like people coming in and out to maintain that number. Like, you can't just stream and be like, well, they're regulars, they should show up, and like, I don't know why it's not going up. And it's like, yeah, it's not going up because you have more people in your community, but some people like go to work and can't watch the stream.
Like they work, or they're in a different time zone, they're asleep. Maybe they're watching somebody else stream.
Exactly.
Going on.
Exactly. Like just because you're live doesn't mean people are gonna watch it. You know, like people, it's like a great way to think about that is like Netflix or TV shows, right? Sometimes people miss their favorite TV show airing because they got shit to do. It's no different for you. It's no different for you. It's so easy to just think like these people should be here because I'm streaming, but they're not. What's wrong? But again, they have lives outside. Just because you're streaming, like just because you're there, doesn't mean they have to be. Or even should be.
I think like the important way to phrase that too is like they're more than just a number. They're
exactly
being themselves.
Exactly.
Like each person, and so they have their own stuff going on, and you may not know about it. They may not have told you. Which they don't have to. Life always comes first.
Exactly.
Like this isn't a job. You know what I'm saying? You're good. You're not required to be here.
So
yes.
Do you multi-stream?
Yes, I do.
Every stream you're multi-streaming.
Every single day. Yeah, it starts up automatically now.
Okay. What is your opinion on that? Does it help? Have you seen returns? Are you trying to funnel people to like one platform or the other? Like, tell me everything.
I'm not necessarily trying to funnel anyone from anywhere. I just want, because some people prefer this side, some people prefer this side. And a lot of people for me came from TikTok anyway. And so some, like I've had, when I was suspended from Twitch for a week, that was
I remember.
They had told me. And people on TikTok were like, well, I prefer to watch on Kick anyway. And so I was thinking of a way to do it, but I didn't want to pay for Restream. I just didn't want to.
Yeah, it sucks. I used to use it.
Sucks, and it was delayed. And
it's awful.
Yeah, and so I finally figured it out to where I can get it to start automatically. And I have both chats on my OBS anyway, so I can read them.
Yeah, I noticed when your overlay chat is going, it'll have like a Twitch icon next to it. Like, and you know, I've not seen like a Kick person, but yeah.
Kick is still like slowly growing. It's kind of like we're in the beginning stages, like back when
I just kind of feel like they keep shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
It's like they'll get some traction and then make a really poor choice and then just lose it all.
Yeah. I just kind of look at multi-streaming like not putting all your eggs in one basket. You know?
Yeah.
No, I respect
And
that.
so the other reason why I still do it is because sometimes like the Twitch app is not great. It's not the best app out there. And so some of my viewers have had issues where they can't really watch on Twitch. So they'll just come over to Kick and they'll just watch over there.
Okay.
And so it's like a convenience thing for me. And it helps grow that too. Because some people see like them over there and they'll be like, oh, people are in here. And they'll just start talking like that.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
So have you seen either, or let's say both, if you're comfortable answering, both financially and just viewership wise, have you seen returns for multi-streaming?
Yes. Viewership wise, more specifically.
Okay.
On Kick, like every once in a while, like we'll get a check over there. But right now it's more viewership is growing right now. And I've seen like returns on following my other social media. Like my YouTube videos are doing better ever since I started doing that. I'm getting more views on TikTok average because of that.
Nice.
So what platforms exactly do you multi-stream on? It's not just the
right now
blue and green, right? So
yeah, so I stream Twitch, Kick, TikTok.
Okay.
Right now.
All right. And is that
I
and that's just
tried
all from your
YouTube.
PC, or?
Yeah, all for my PC. TikTok takes a little bit more effort, but I do TikTok as well. I tried
It's a whole
YouTube.
other format, isn't it?
I'm a
Yeah,
big
because
contact.
I still haven't got my stream key TikTok.
Wait, really? Wait, then how are you
Yeah.
streaming to TikTok then?
So they have their own streaming app, right?
Ooh.
And so what I do, yeah, they have their own streaming app, TikTok Live Studio. And so all I do to make it not as much effort for me is I have the vertical source in my OBS so I can instantly make TikToks easy. It's how I like post TikToks and stuff from stream like this. And so I have that, and all I do is I start a virtual cam on that and then run the virtual cam over there and then go live on TikTok. Instead of, because some people have two webcams and stuff like that. I don't wanna do all that.
That's
more.
Yeah. But wait. So wait, how are you streaming on TikTok if you don't have a stream key for TikTok though?
You have to use their app and get permission. And so you start off on a trial basis of like streaming for a week. And if you stream for a week on there, they'll let you stream for this. And if you fall off, you have to go way back to the bottom of the ladder and ask for permission again.
Damn, it's annoying.
Yeah, TikTok is TikTok. All you have to do is like hit the hours. That's it, and not get suspended.
Well,
TikTok will suspend you like this.
It's true. So you said you tried YouTube, but you didn't do it. Why was that?
So the reason for YouTube is because audio separation, like it does on Twitch, doesn't work for YouTube.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. For real? Is that not like a setting you can change, or?
Nothing. It doesn't work for Kick either, but Kick doesn't care. So you just keep doing it. Yeah, they don't care. You know? But
you can do anything over there.
Yeah, like you can play whatever. But YouTube, obviously, they're more strict about it. And so if you're playing music, like your whole VOD will get taken down.
Yeah.
And so like I thought it was a setting and I tried it and it still got taken down. It just doesn't work. And so until they fix that, I can't do it. So what I do for that is I just push VODs.
And
I have a VOD channel and a regular channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it should be anyway. I barely saw any returns viewership wise when I was multi-streaming. So where is most of your returns coming from viewership wise? Is it from TikTok?
TikTok is my biggest one. That's what got me any viewers for the most part in the first place.
Really?
Because when I started, it was me, my bots, and Apocalypse. It was us.
Okay.
And then
Apocalypse OG, huh?
Yeah, Apocalypse has been like following me since my second day of streaming.
Yo, oh my God, what a fucking guy. I love that guy too. He's awesome.
He's so cool, man. He is. And so one day I was like, I mean, I feel like I do some stuff that's a little unorthodox in terms of what I'm using. Like I didn't have a stream deck when I first started. I was using my iPad to change scenes. And so I was like, maybe some streamers would think that was interesting. And so I posted that, and that video got like 500K.
Wow. Damn. Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I went from 2 viewers to like 5 to 7.
Nice.
Right? Not like, but I mean like on Twitch from 2 to 7.
Yeah, that's huge, especially when you're first starting. Like, absolutely.
That's an affiliate right there.
Yeah, that's basically what pushed me to get affiliate. Because like now, like we're at the point where we can help people get affiliate in like a week, which is great. Yeah. But for me, it took almost a month. And so like I just was like, oh, okay, this is how we do it. I just keep pushing TikTok out and pushing TikTok out. And that's really where a lot of people come from. I'll get people in chat, oh, I'm from TikTok. Oh, I've seen you a ton on TikTok because I just flood it. I flood it with TikTok.
So how often do you post to TikTok?
2 to 5 times a day.
A day?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Because I was thinking like when I go for it, I'll just push like 1 video a day.
So my thing is like, as long as you're consistent, what I found out, and TikTok knows, like, you're good. I was like, what I've kind of realized in watching people who grow on there is like, it's kind of quality's great. It is, but it feels like the amount of times people see you, because like your followers aren't necessarily seeing you.
No.
It's not like YouTube where it's in their sub box.
Yeah.
Or their sub page, right? It's just random people seeing you. So I was like, I need to put as many chances of eyeballs being on me as possible. So I was like, 2 to 5. That's where we're going.
That's smart. I like that's that's big.
Yeah.
Cause all right.
And that's kind of how it works.
Maybe I need to talk to my editor because I'm getting him to start batch making my like shorts and TikToks now, so I don't have to fuck with it myself anymore. So while he edits my YouTube videos, he's just gonna whip out like the shorts and TikToks, and then we just need like 7 a week. Job done. 1 for every day. But now I'm hearing what you're saying, and it kind of coincides with some of the other streamers that I've heard. They're like, I'm putting out like two TikToks a day, like minimum, and I'm just like,
yeah.
So now to hear that from you too, I feel like I need to do more.
Yeah, like YouTube Shorts is fine because that's still going in their sub boxes and stuff. Yeah. Right. Even though I did hear don't alert your
don't alert your subscribers. Yeah.
I learned that. I tried that on my latest video, and it's doing better than like my other ones have usually done. So
it is what it is. Yeah, there you go.
But they're still gonna see in their sub boxes, so it's fine. They'll be like, oh, I subscribe to them, I know that. But on TikTok, your followers, because most of the time you open TikTok, you don't go to your following tab. Yeah, no one really scrolls over unless it's on accident. They'll be like, wait a minute, go back. You know, and so that's why I'm just like, I need as many opportunities as possible.
Okay, respect that. I'm gonna take a page out of Fanny's book here. Fanny, do you want to ask the question?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
It's a really simple question, because I'm the really awkward person, so I'll take this. All right, we're just gonna get right into it.
Bet.
How often do you encounter racism in chat? Is it common?
And not just in chat, like even when you're promoting yourself on like Twitter or anything, just anything.
Networking.
You know, like you'll see on Twitter some woman who's like a streamer will post like herself in like a cute outfit and you know like an e-girl outfit, and then
they're weird people will be in there like,
people be like, you're stealing viewers
because you're a woman.
Exactly.
You're stealing viewers from us. Oh,
yeah, exactly.
How dare you?
Exactly.
But
yeah. So it doesn't have to just be a chat. Anywhere, where do you encounter?
Yeah, like one of the things it's funny is like one of my biggest tags analytically is black.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like it's one of my most that's where like a lot of my discoverability comes from is black.
Nice. Wow.
And so whereas that does attract a lot of positive attention, like a majority of my audience is black people, which I love. It also attracts a lot of negative because I get racism, especially recently. Like it was kind of like it'd be like on Twitch specifically, it'd be like every now and then. Recently though, it's been crazy. Like it's pretty on other social media. Like you kind of expected. Like I expected more early on Twitch, but recently it's been annoying to the part where I got annoyed and I snapped on someone who came through.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I ask you to elaborate? If you don't want to, that's fine.
Yeah.
So basically, like. Over the past month or so, there's been like a meme of a Lego piece with a number. And if you search it, they try to get you to search it on Google, and it's a monkey, right? It'll be a monkey piece. So it'll be like, oh, you look like Lego, insert number here.
Oh.
And so it was that. Okay. Yeah, we got that. And then I get a lot of, oh, black guy looks like other black guy from first commenters. A lot.
Okay.
You know, and so eventually, like, I got fed up with it, and I just snapped on somebody, right? Who also happened to be another content creator that I learned later. So I deleted the clip because even though I was not okay with it, I'm not trying to hurt anybody's back.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, and so it's just
that's actually pretty big of you. Most people would have ran with that.
Yeah, but I also thought, like, if I keep this clip up and someone shouts me out and this is your first
You can talk about getting shouted out with some weird fucking clips.
Like, you know, you shout me out. There's some wild clips out there of me saying, like, some stuff, but not angry. There's never really me angry or upset in a shout-out clip, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't want that. I didn't want to hurt his back because his name's on the screen, and I didn't want, like, that to be someone's first impression. But unfortunately, that's something that you deal with, not just on social media, but like in life. And so, and so it's for the most part, we just ban them and move it on. We don't even address it.
Of course.
But every once in a while, like I just have to say something.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't speak for. Oh, I was just gonna say I can't speak for racism myself, but being non-binary, I get people coming into chat all the time.
Yeah.
Are you a boy or a girl? Do you have a penis or a vagina? And it's like, all right, I'll just.
Why are you asking? Like, why do you care? Like,
why does it? Why does it
sleep
matter?
with me? No, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I guess my thing for a lot of people is like, if it's not your vibe, you know, leave. You know, like, I feel like too many people feel like their opinion in that front matters.
Yeah,
right.
It doesn't.
It's true.
That's one of the downsides, and I've talked about it before. The internet and the anonymous aspect of it, because you're just a username for a lot of people, and a lot of these people don't have profile pictures. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Or it's like an anime picture. No offense to anime, you know, but it's usually someone with an anime profile picture or no profile picture saying something crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like they feel like they're emboldened because who's gonna find out who they are? Right.
Yeah, it's fair. It's
one of the downsides.
How that internet works. Yeah.
Yeah.
People.
So, like,
it's been said that the people on the internet are their most truest self because they know they can get away with it.
Because there's almost no repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
And so the funny thing about the clip that I had to delete was they came at me first and I snapped, and then they were like, yo, chill on me, bro. Chill on me. It's a joke. But like,
not a good joke, bro.
Yeah, you came here first and now I gotta chill. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so like one of the things that's important in my chat, especially because you know, I want everyone to feel comfortable there, is I'm very big on making sure that racism isn't allowed there and sexism or anything like that either. Like I always tell, especially the women in my chat, that if there's any, like I can't speak for everywhere else because I'm not over there. I don't have power there. But at least here in my chat, I want you to feel safe. Like you don't have to just defend yourself just because you're a woman on the internet. Because I see it a lot. You know, my sister streams and I see a lot of the comments. Cool. She does.
You want to plug her?
Leventis the Soy. I'll send you the username so you have it. Leventis the Soy. That's my sister.
Awesome.
But I'll see like you said, like girls just post a selfie, right? They'll be like, oh, I'm live, and post a selfie. And the comments are, wow, the only reason you're getting views is because you're attractive. Oh, women on the internet have it so easy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you're one of the reasons why it's not easy for them.
Exactly. Yeah.
You are one of the reasons why it's not. We talk a lot about how, like specifically, like black men don't hear other black men tell them that you're proud of them. So we really emphasize that in our community to do that.
I was going to say that's actually wholesome as fuck.
Yeah, like we make sure to tell everybody that we love them, that we're proud of them, that we believe in them, and stuff like that. And I think it's one of the more powerful dynamics that we have in our community.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Do you guys do anything for like Black History Month or other events?
So first Black History Month, I didn't really have any viewers around yet. This time, I think I want to do something cool. Like, it's a lofty goal, but we're trying to do something where we could try to get front page for Black History Month.
That'd be sick. Well, I know Twitch really likes to push that dynamic into Black History Month as well. So yeah. And so like that'd be a good goal. Yeah, like we do a very good job of we share the love throughout the whole community, whether it's raids, whether it's just talking about how great people's streams are. And that's like not just black streamers at all either, but I'm talking specifically in this arena. Yeah, like I feel like we are very good about not gatekeeping, not hating on each other and stuff like that, which is, I feel like it's unique on the internet. Your short-term and long-term goals, what would they be? How would you define that?
Okay. Long-term.
Yeah.
I'll start long-term first. So my long-term goal is for stream itself to replace photography as like my main.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like,
so full-time content creator. All right.
Yeah, full-time. Because like when I started, streaming was just like a hobby. I mean, you could still say it's kind of a hobby. And photography was my number one love, but streaming has surpassed it as like what I love to do the most. And so I would love for that to be not just something that's sustainable for me, but something that could like you know, make it so my parents don't have to work. Like, I know they still will because I know my parents, but they don't have to. But yeah, I would like it to be just a place where we can help other people achieve their goals too. Like, one of the biggest things that I love is that we have helped several people become affiliates in a week.
Nice.
Whereas it took us forever to be able to do that. And I feel like we've got a very supportive community, and I want other people to be able to have the liberties that I have now and will hopefully continue to have down the road.
Nice.
So whether that's, I know I want a stream team, but that's a partner thing.
Yeah, same. Same.
Yeah, a stream team is the goal.
It's okay, Scrat. When I hit partner before you can just join mine.
You're going to be competing.
It's a nice, healthy rivalry.
Yes, it is. It is. It is.
Just really quick, because we got off track.
Yeah.
So
long-term goal, sustainable.
Yeah.
As my number one source of income, and I want to be able to make sure that my parents don't have to work. I would love that.
Epic. All right. Short-term goals.
Short-term goal is I want to hit 10K on TikTok. That is huge. I'm so close.
Really?
8,900 right now. Yeah.
All right.
So close.
I'll see you.
Yeah. Partner on Twitch. That is the goal. Partner push.
Of course.
We're here.
Now,
I didn't think it was going to happen so fast.
I'm going to say this to you now, and I would love to have your input on it too, just because I've heard you say those two words, and I think it needs to be said. That's partner push. I always think you shouldn't do a partner push.
Oh, I don't put that in my tags or anything like that. I'm just saying, like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not on stream like, yo, partner push. I don't. No.
Good. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I think that's the worst.
It's a partner push in the background.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I'm like, yo, partner push for this year, and something happens, I don't want like chat and my community to be like, damn, we didn't make that happen. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
I think it's bad for like two reasons. Like, one, it's like artificial, and so a lot of times Twitch will just deny you because, you know, if people see partner push, you get lots of raids and stuff, and then Twitch will be like, no, that's fake. And then two, it also has a really big negative effect on streamers. I've seen it because one of two things will happen. They'll either get the partner like status and can apply, but regardless of being rejected, they'll either become a partner, but their viewership dies so hard, and then they feel bad, or they'll do partner push and it'll just never happen, and then you just feel awful, right? And I just don't think people should do it. It's just not worth it.
The reason why I also don't do it is because I have a Twitch streamer friend. I'm not gonna like throw their name out right now.
Okay.
Who now has like hundreds of thousands of followers as partner now, but I was there early on when they were trying to become partner, and they got denied like double-digit times.
You can only apply once a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like, I remember they were going, okay, I'm hitting apply right now. They do it on stream, they hit apply. And then like a week or two later, they'd be like, we got denied. And I saw how demoralized they were when that happened. And I'm just not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not going through that.
Yeah, I respect it.
And so like I decided, like I also didn't want it because I know people will raid to try to help through. Yeah. And I wanted to get partner on my own merit.
Exactly. Yeah. You want it to be like, no, I get it. You said
it's kind of like why I didn't tell my friends I was streaming when I first started. I didn't want them in there for pity views. I wanted to try and do it myself.
Yeah, you're like, we'll get there when we get there, and we will get there.
Yeah.
When I first started streaming, when I realized how much I loved it, within like the first few days. Now, this is not a flex. It's going to come across as a flex, but please don't take it as a flex. All right.
Don't flex away.
Yeah. No. I hit affiliate. I mean, I couldn't sign it because I was an illegal immigrant and I didn't have the right to work in my country, but I hit affiliate in the shortest amount of time possible. Like,
nice.
You have to stream for a total of 7 days. I was streaming every day when I first started. I hit it in 7 days.
Here we go.
And it's because I have no shame. I messaged every single person I know, people I went to high school with that I haven't spoken to in ages, people I did my undergrad with. I messaged everyone. And the thing is, I messaged them every day. Every day I messaged these people when I went live. I was like, hey man, I'm going live. I really appreciate it if you pop by.
Jazzy said fucking email him. hot girl from your high school.
Yeah.
To sell her.
Hey, you trying to buy some vitamins? No.
Yeah, exactly.
I like every day.
You can be your own boss.
And I bet, exactly. I bet, look, you don't have to come, but it really mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
And people did. They may not stay that long. They may not even talk. But I know that number was there. And I had no shit. I didn't care. And I did it every day. I didn't care if it was annoying. Every day I would message these people.
I think that's fire though. I was just like, I want you to want to be there.
Yeah.
But my mentality was, it wasn't about whether
that was
I wanted them to be
That's a good way to get that out the way.
Well, yeah, true.
Even though you couldn't sign the papers, but
yeah, I know. But my mentality was, I don't want them to want to be there. It was more about, I know. Well, it was because I know if that number is higher, I'm higher on the list of people when they're scrolling.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about like, oh, I want affiliate or I want like, more viewers. It was like, I just know it's more exposure because I'm higher on that list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I think the thing that helped me is I had already had 1,000 followers on TikTok. So I was like,
okay.
Someone's going to come through. It's like I posted one video about like a Christmas trauma story and that got like 4 million views and I had 1,000 like that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And so when I started, I already had 1,000. And so I was like, okay. I think I can get people to come from here.
Yeah.
For sure. That's sick.
Partner is one of my goals.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because like we're just working on the viewership and the viewership, thankfully, no flex is like steadily rising.
Yeah.
Every single month it's just up and up and up and up and up.
Yep.
Merch is one of the things that I am working on. I've been my community has been like, please put stuff out. And I've been like, I don't know if we're there yet. And they're like, motherfucker, you're there. Please put stuff out.
As soon as one person is asking, I say you're there.
Yeah.
When I would used to be like, when we hit 800, we'll talk about it. And then we hit 800, I was like, oh yeah, maybe we hit 1,000. Like, we're about to hit 2K soon. It's this time.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
The thing with merch is that as long as you're not making it yourself, if you're using something like Redbubble or Fourth Wall or whatever else you're using, as long as you're not making it yourself, you're not going to lose money by, having merch.
It's true.
All you can do is either make money or, just stay where you are. So you might as well put merch up and the person who asked for it will, want to buy your stuff. And then it's out there for the other people.
What also kind of showed me that was I did like Christmas postcards.
Nice.
I had people like sign up for the list and I was like, it'll probably be like 3 to 5 people. And it was 41 people.
Wow.
Nice.
And let me tell you something, I'm never licking an envelope again.
Oh God, I was going to say your hand.
Bro, you gotta just get a fucking glue stick.
Yeah, I've learned. My hand was hurting because I hand wrote all of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know envelopes were so expensive. And I picked every single envelope. Like for the envelopes, because I wanted them to put my P.O. box on there in advance, and they were like, that'll be $200. I was like, envelopes?
Yeah.
For envelopes? So I was like, I'm going to handwrite them all. And I did.
Yeah.
And I am never licking another envelope ever again. Ever again.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think next time you'll just put a card to the
Yeah. Well,
keep it simple. Keep it simple. Okay. And so merch, is there any other short-term goals that you want to talk about?
I would love to get an editing team. That is, an editing team would take so much time away.
I don't have a team. I just have one person, and he does.
Yeah, like even like
so
a person. Look, if me and you were together, we're a team.
Yeah,
2 people is a team to me.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. This goes out to everyone who's listening as well. If you want an editor, I can't stress this enough. Oh, I went through so much painstaking bullshit to find my editor. Go to Twitter, learn what the fake ones look like, and
that's what I'm going through right now.
And
I get so many people messaging me and stuff, and I'm like, I've seen this before.
Don't ever take it from someone who messages you. Find someone yourself and message them. No one who is worth a lick of their salt will ever message you first. Usually. Yeah. Like, I mean, I know some of y'all are out on the grind. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I'm just saying, for the most part, you're going to have to find them yourself, and you'll learn what's kind of the same. That's how I found my guy. And at first it was kind of timid, he was like, you just do this. I'll pay, I'll pay for it, blah, blah. We've been working together for like 2-3 years now. He knows exactly what I like. He's taken on much more responsibility. He almost solely runs the YouTube now.
That's what I need.
Yeah, it takes a lot of pressure off so I can just do other shit. And it's awesome.
Because like my issue isn't even the TikToks, because I've been doing that.
Yeah.
It's editing YouTube videos, especially with how I play games and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need an editor.
Yeah.
I can't sit through like I can take a 30-minute game and it's now a 4-hour project.
Yeah.
I need someone who's like, yeah, I got this. Because I'm listening to me talk and I'm annoyed.
He talks so much.
That's why I love his stream. Like, I'm like, I
Appreciate
do that. I love it. I love
true.
it.
That's
Like,
no,
most of the time, like, I may be weird. I'm not really there for the game. I'm not. I'll be like, this is a cool game. It looks cool.
Yep.
But I'm not really there. I'm there for Jazzy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
a heart.
Seriously.
Come on, I'm melting now.
And so, like, I'm cool. Some people, like now I have a thing in chat where, like, some people come through and they be like, hey, play the game. And I'll put a timer up and be like, just because you said that, I'm taking another 20 minutes and I'm not.
That's so petty, and I love it.
I would literally have the timer up on screen and I'll be like, just because you said that.
Yeah, write that down. That's so petty, and I love it.
And so then I'm like, yeah, that was good. And everyone will be like, oh, wow. But then when I have to edit the video, I'm like, why did you do that?
All right, so 5 questions. I'm gonna go right now. All right.
Okay.
Mistakes that you've learned from.
Don't know what shield mode is. My first stream was in shield mode. No one could chat. And I was like, oh, because I thought shield mode, I was like, oh, that gives me extra protection, which it does, but don't put that on. Don't put that on. The other one is, and it's not my mistake, but I've noticed it, turn follower mode off.
Please.
Oh, it stops
I
people
agree.
from wanting, turn follower mode off.
It makes
Like,
me.
I've been about to raid people and I
Yes.
see they're in follow mode. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. And it makes me feel awful, especially on new, because I'll do new mate Monday and new friend Friday, and people suggest someone. And I'm like, yeah, this person looks awesome, and I'll see follow mode, and I'm like, I feel awful because I was so
Yeah,
gassed. I was so gassed to raid them, but
Yeah.
nah.
I'm not going to follow someone unless I know how we vibe.
Exactly. Like, I don't want to be made into anything. I wanna be
Fanny.
like, I wanna-
Yeah. I will not follow someone if I think they're a fake fucking streamer, Jazzy.
Fanny thought I was fake as fuck when they first met me, and they didn't follow me for like 2 or 3 weeks, but their boyfriend kept coming back. And eventually they caved.
I have a similar story with a very important mod of mine. I'm not going to say her name right now, but she was like, I didn't like you when you first
Yeah.
came.
I don't
get the
get
hype. I didn't get it.
I respect it. Yeah.
And now they're there every day.
Every day. That's your Fanny. That's your Fanny. It's your Fanny. It's true.
It's too hard. It's not real.
It's not real. Yeah, I've actually had people even who aren't Fanny just come in and be like, "You're fake, bro. You're too hyper."
Yeah.
Like, I'm the same way.
I get that. My main question, people come through and be like, you have ADHD? Or and I'm like, yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
What is your advice to grow on other platforms, like outside of Twitch? Anything other than Twitch. What's your advice to grow there?
Go study people who are successful on that platform who do things similar to you.
What do you mean study? Just like, what do you mean study?
So I search tags. I'll search Twitch streamer. I'll search the game that I'm looking at. I'll search indie games and categories like that. And I will take notes. Like you don't have to go as in depth as I do, but I keep metrics and look.
Okay.
And so I'll see what was working and what didn't.
How do you see those metrics? Do you use like a third-party tool or that you can share with people?
I just use basic stuff. So like comments, saves, views.
Okay.
That was enough for me.
Okay.
Because that means people are interacting with it.
All right. Done.
And so I put them in a spreadsheet, looked, and I just took things like that and was like, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
But obviously you're different than them, so it'll be different regardless.
Of course.
And that's it.
All right. Sum up your streaming journey so far. And it is little words as possible.
Okay.
Good.
It doesn't have to be one, but in as little words as possible.
Little words as I can. Let me see that. Let me try to make this super concise. Streamed every day, made friends, grew because of it.
Is that a haiku? Can we check that?
Yeah, is that haiku? I don't know.
Did I just do that?
You know what? Fuck it. If it's not, it is now.
It is now, yeah.
The haiku.
SkratsX haiku.
Exactly.
Put it on a shirt.
If you could change one thing about your stream right now, anything, it could be literally anything. Even if you say, I wish I could change my voice. Like literally anything that you could change, what would it be?
The voice is a good one. I hate.
No, what? No, bro, shut up.
do.
Your voice is amazing. Yeah, your voice is
No, I
sexy.
appreciate it. Yeah, I do. I probably wish that I had a slightly cooler backdrop. Slightly. I think about it all the time, and I have to think about it.
That's fair. So that's the one thing you would change, your backdrop.
Yeah, or yeah.
Out of everything,
probably the area in which the area in which I stream in would be more isolated, is what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Respect it.
Interesting.
So you would say things are going pretty well then.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how things are going on stream.
No, I'm glad to hear it, man. That's
and
awesome.
a bigger stream deck. I'd 100% have a bigger stream deck.
Oh, bro.
Getting the regular 15 key was a mistake.
Yeah.
The XL is the way to go.
It is. Just a quick side tangent. We're having a side tangent. Speed round? Fucking God. Speed round for old people. I'm telling you. All right. I gotta say, I looked when I was looking into getting a stream deck. I'm telling you, man, I saw the 32 key, I saw the 15 key, and I was like, maybe I'll just get the 15 key and I'll upgrade later. But then this is where my like frugal northern side of my like blood, the northern like UK side comes in with that frugality. I was like, why the fuck would I spend money on the same thing twice? I'll just save up. I'll save up for like another month or two and I'll just get the better one, And I think it just goes back to that. Yeah, it goes back to like that old argument where it's like, the rich man who buys the boots that last him a lifetime will spend more or will spend less money than the poor man who has to buy new boots every year, right? Like, just save that extra a little bit and go for the better thing,
Yeah, like when I was looking, I was using my iPad. So I was like, anything's better than my iPad.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, I can use folders and stuff, but I didn't realize how that 1 second delay, even if it's less than a second, but by clicking that folder, kind of kills my spontaneity.
Yep. I'm actually having a problem with my stream deck right now where it's like my zoom in for some reason takes like a whole second to zoom in. So it's like I have to get I have to like click it a whole second or two before I want that zoom in. I had to think ahead. It's so annoying.
Now I have to restart the Stream Deck software before every stream because like my black and white filter doesn't work all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And my remove background doesn't work all the time. Like it's just I'd be like, come on, please, Stream Deck.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst. And all right. And the last question I'm gonna end on today, all right, is there anything at all that you want to add yourself? Something. This is your platform. This is your soapbox, your moment. What do you want to say to the people, to the streamers, to the content creators, to the viewers, to the people watching? Is there anything at all that you want to add and say about anything?
I think the thing, because I've had this conversation with a lot of my content creator brethren, and this may sound sappy, but it helped because like recently, last week was like a really bad week for me. I had like really unfortunate personal life happenings happen, as you know. A lot of streamers will wonder to themselves, is what I do worth anything? And I can promise you it is. Whether you have 1 viewer, whether you have 1,000 viewers, like you showing up means a lot. It does. Like you never know what the person on the other side of the screen is going through and needs a distraction from, right?
Yeah.
And so just know that what you do matters. And I appreciate it, for real, legitimately.
There you go. And, let's just make it an echo chamber because I absolutely agree with it's 100%.
Yep.
And he's right. Whether it be 1 person or 1 million people, if someone comes to see you, coming to see you because they enjoy it. So is it worth something? Well, sure as fuck is worth something to the person who's watching,
Yeah.
Or to the people who are watching.
Definitely not something you get back.
Nope.
And the fact that anyone is willing to invest any amount of time watching you is invaluable. You know what I mean? Like it means the absolute world.
Oh,
and so treat it as such.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, that's Faux The Streamers.
Yeah.
There you go. We had our first guest, the boy Skrats. Thank you again for joining us, man. And, it really does mean a lot to me. I think you brought so much just clarity, valuable information, and wisdom to this freaking podcast. And I did too. I want to see, and I consider myself something of a veteran. And even I learned and stuff, coming in contact with that multi-streaming. It's just, all right. But honestly, man, thank you so much for, being a part of it. It really does mean a lot to me. And I know it probably means a lot to Fanny as well, Mm-hmm. So we really appreciate it, my dude. You're the first guest and you always will be for, go down in history.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
I couldn't think of a better one, and I couldn't be happier with how it went, man. So thank you again so much, you little sexy sausage. Give yourself a plug on all your things one more time to let the people know.
So you can follow me over on any social media, SkratsX. That is one of the great things. I got my name everywhere. You don't have to like be like, is it SkratsX something else? It is SkratsX on everything. YouTube, Kick, Twitch, TikTok. I don't have a Facebook, but I could. I may actually have a Facebook. I just never use it. But SkratsX everywhere. Everywhere. Threads.
Spell it for us.
Y'all use Threads.
Spell it for us.
SkratsX.
There you go.
Got it.
All right. Follow him everywhere, guys. All right? He's fucking awesome. All right, my friends. It's Faux The Streamers. I'm Jazzy Faux. That's Fanny Slam. That's our boy, SkratsX. And I'll catch you in the next one, hopefully, with another new guest, all right? Much love to you all. And as always, stay jazzy.